Hello everyone, and in this video we're going to talk about a possibility in Black Ops 4 that is very likely, and it's a huge risk. When we had first heard of Black Ops 4 Zombies, the reveal event, you can go back and watch my reaction. We had heard that they were starting a new story. Craig Houston was on stage talking about the new story that they were starting, separate from the old storyline. This is a separate story, this new one. And before we had seen the Blood of the Dead teaser, we had got two new trailers of 9 and Voyage of Despair, and we were like, wow, they are starting a new storyline with no connections to the past. You know, Dr. Monty and all the other things that they were doing in Black Ops 3, all that's gone. Everything they did in World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, that's done. They're doing a new storyline. And then, of course, we got the Blood of the Dead teaser. But it's very likely that Blundell is trying to get rid of the old story. I'm talking about it just being over with. Like, no more Primis, no more of that, no more of the old storyline. Just everything gone. Which I'm not against, and let me explain this, okay? Because a lot of people were probably, a lot of people don't understand why they're starting a new storyline. Listen, this current storyline that we're on, it's running out of legs. And if you don't get what I'm saying there, because that's a weird, I guess I used that term wrong, but it doesn't have too much, it can't go much further. It can't. Blundell knows this, but that's why Blundell, he mentioned that they've been writing this new storyline since Mob of the Dead, since BO2. That's how long they've been working on this new storyline. That's why I trust this new storyline so much. He's giving himself room to tell much bigger and broader storylines, because he knows just as well as certain people are coming to the realization in the community that this old storyline, this Ultimus, Primis, this, everything from Kino to Toten to Origins, all that stuff, every bit of that, it's running out of room to go. There's not many ways he can go with it. This storyline has reached its end, and every storyline reaches its end at some point. Just as Blundell said in Origins, every story has a beginning and an end. And this video is kind of just, I want to talk about how BO4 could be the last time we see our old crew. This could very well be the last time we have new maps with our old crew again, new storyline. Because it's just running out of places to go. How many times can you redo these things? How many times can you go with the same four characters? They were built on stereotypes, and there's only so many quotes. There's only so many story arcs. There's only so many different directions you can go, and it's reached its end. It really has, and it's unfortunate, and who knows. I don't want this video to be a doom and gloom type video. If you're a fan of this storyline, who knows? Blundell could introduce something crazy, and this story could go on for a couple more games. But at some point, this story has got to come to an end at some point. And that's why I was kind of hoping, the direction I got for Black Ops 4 was kind of what I wanted. When Revelations was quote unquote the end, when we got DLC 4 and BO3 and it was the end, I was ready for it to end. I was ready for that to end, and then we got the ending cutscene, which was kind of underwhelming in its ways, but I think we're going to come to understand that more and more as this game goes on. But we got the end in Black Ops 3, and I was kind of ready to go somewhere new. I was ready for something else to be told, and that's where this new storyline comes into play. This new storyline is important. This new storyline is essential. This new storyline, we need this to succeed. We need to invest in this new storyline as much as we have the old one. That's why I'm pleading to all of you who play zombies. You need to get invested into this new storyline. Because as much as we love these four characters, and as much as we love this old story, it can't go on forever. It's got to come to an end, and we've got to get ready for new things. We've got to get ready for new stories and stuff. And so we need to be invested into this new storyline much more than the old one. Because in the next Treyarch game, I honestly don't think we're going to have these four characters. I think we're just going to have the Chaos story. Because right now we have the Ether story and the Chaos story going into Black Ops 4, both old timelines. In the next game, Black Ops 5 or whatever, it's not going to be that. It's going to be the Chaos story as the primary story. And I know that some of you may some of you may not like that. I do. I personally love the thought of that. But some of you are going to be like, no, I don't want to do that. I want this old story to continue. Well, that's because we're invested into this old story. We're not invested into the new story yet, but we will be. That's why I'm saying we need to be really getting invested into this new story when Black Ops 4 rolls around, and we need to pay attention to the story. That's why, I've watched so many theory videos. I've watched so many character videos. These 4 new characters are very interesting. They're very diverse. They're very we have different just different personalities and all that stuff. It's a very diverse group of characters, and I'm all for it. Again, I can't plead enough. I'm much more excited for 9 and Voyage of Despair and the Chaos story than I am the Oath story. Yes, I love the Oath story. Yes, I can't wait to play Classified and Blood of the Dead, but I'm much more excited for 9 and Voyage of Despair and to see where the new storyline goes and to see what Blundell's going to do with it. Because, like I said, I just don't think that this Oath story has many roads it can travel. If that, I just don't think it's going to last very long, because you can't, you just can't keep recycling these things. Blundell started in Black Ops 2. He reset. He went on he started a new story with the same characters and stuff, and his whole purpose with that was to give us some closure. And we've got lots of closure as far as the timeline and stuff goes, but I think Black Ops 4 is going to be the game that gives us our closure. You already see it with Classified. He said that he's going to send ripples throughout the community with the story he's going to give that map. He's going to give so much story and backstory to Classified. Blood of the Dead, where are we going to go with that? Is that going to be a huge backstory type thing, or are we going to get our end with this? We don't know. There's so many routes that can go with this. Is Blood of the Dead the end? That's another video topic for is Blood of the Dead the end of these characters? And is the classic maps throughout the DLC season going to be us revisiting maps with the Transit crew and maps with give us a map with the Call of the Dead crew. Give us a map with the old school Noct crew. You remember those soldiers that had no voice? What about them? And give us, give us another one with the Mob of the Dead crew. Where did they go? Are they, they still in purgatory, or what's going on here? There's so many questions, and I don't have answers for those questions, unfortunately. But all I'm saying is, and this is the thing that I want to end with strong. I want this to resonate. Please, for the zombie fans watching, even if you love this old story like crazy, you really need to start getting invested into the Chaos story. You really need to pay attention to what Blundell's doing with the Chaos story, because if the Chaos story fails, zombies as a whole will fail, because this old story can't go on forever. And if it does, they're just going to be recycling things and we're not going to enjoy it. But this Chaos story allows Blundell to innovate on gameplay, innovate on story, and take this game to new horizons. And so we really need to be invested into the Chaos story much more, because the Chaos story needs to succeed for zombies to continue in the future. That's what I want to say. Hot dang, I love Jason Blundell. Chaos story, I can't wait to play. I'm hyped.